Good day, friends and neighbors. Day 4531. That's right, I looked before I did this one to make sure I knew what day it was. Yeah. So, Operation Separation didn't go very well. Last night, Jack just absolutely would not quit beating up on Felicity, my prized possession, love of my life, the one that has my whole heart. He wouldn't quit beating up on her. He kept chasing her around like they were tearing through this cage, and he was pecking her on the back and being mean to her, pecking at her feet. So I was like, okay, something's got to happen here. So I kept trying to catch him, and it was very difficult to catch him. So I waited a little bit, and I was like, all right, they seem to be getting along better. Well, then I came in a little later to check on him, and Felicity, or not Felicity, but Lateralus was having a panic attack. She was pacing like the cage back and forth in between the two of them. Like she would go along the edges looking for a way out, and then she came over here looking for a way out. And she was doing this really really weird, she's making this really strange sound. So I thought that maybe she was looking for Falco, because her and Falco are the same breed. So I reached in the kennel, and, as we all know, Lateralis is the most skittish chicken ever. Like, she runs every time I open the cage door. She's always at the back when I'm giving him food. Like, she's not a participant. So I opened the cage door, and she came right up to me, and I put my hand out, and she was like pecking at my hand, So I scooped her up. I just put my hand under her and scooped her up, and she sat there in my hand and cooed. It was the craziest thing. And so I was like, all right. So I took her over, and I was like, see, Falco's right here. Everything's fine. You guys aren't separated. You'll be back together. And she was just cooing, doing this little prrr noise. It was the cutest thing. And so I held her for maybe 10 minutes or so and was trying to comfort her, because God knows she has emotions like a person, right? So I was trying to comfort her. And I put her back in here, and she started doing the same thing, started pacing, going back and forth. So I caved and put her in the cage with Falco. And I was like, this totally defeats the purpose of getting the bigger cage, or getting the other cage, not bigger, same size. This totally defeats the purpose. This is not what we were trying to do, laddie. So I was like, all right, well, we'll come up with something. We'll have to come up with an alternative plan here. So then I turn around, and there's Jack standing right here. Peep, 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 just doing looking for laddie. And I'm like, okay, Jack, you're with your kind. The other ISAs are in there. What is going on? Peep, 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 peep. So he's peeping. So I reach in, and again, Jack, not the friendliest of birds, but not super scared all the time, he comes over and jumps in my hand. I was like, what is going on? I felt like Snow White in the thicket in the forest. They were just coming up to me. So I put him back in with the big ones too. And since I did that, everyone's happy. Everybody's free. Oh, that's a song. Never mind. They're not free. But yeah, so everybody seems happy now with their accommodations. So I wanted to make sure that they had some extra room, because again, the 5 of them in that one kennel, it just looks like they're stuffed, ready to go to the poultry farm or something. So I made some alterations. No altercations, just alterations. I made some alterations, and I took the dividers that come with these kennels. Since I have 3 now, I was able to create 3 sides, open the side door, and give them their little patio out here. This is the smoking lounge. They don't really seem to be too impressed. I'm not really that impressed either, but it makes me feel better. So I don't care what you think, Fiddle. It makes me feel better. So there you go. I feel like I'm giving them more space to roam and be the best chicken they can be. And again, Laddie, Jack, just happy as can be. And you see these three over here like, why did you bring them back? Why? We were silent and content. And then you bring back the ruffians. So yeah, I think everybody's happy now. The youngsters love the more room. They keep running back and forth. It's like chicken races. They're running like mad chickens through the little door. It's really cute. Again, this week's weather report, let me tell you, it's not pretty. It's cold as hell today. Cold as hell. Why do people say that? Hell is not cold, or at least in theory it's not. But anyway, it's very cold outside, and it was snowing this morning. There was supposed to be snow tomorrow, and then maybe like Wednesday. Today's Saturday. Wednesday it's supposed to break and be a little nicer, which is my 13-year anniversary of Wedded Bliss. Shout out to the Who's Band. Yeah, so hopefully it'll be a nice day for us to celebrate the unluckiest of years, I guess. I shouldn't say that. We've done very well. We are very, very, very pleased with each other, I do think. And I'm quite displeased with my tomatoes. I'm just going to come out and say it out loud. It's been, I don't know, even like 5 days, 6 days, maybe longer. No mateys, guys. No mateys. Look at that. Barren soil. Nothing. Not a matey in the patch. And also, oh, I forgot to share this. Oh, what's that? What is that? No, I'm not going to mess with it, but that might be a little something something right there. Let's get a closer look. Oh, I don't know, you guys. That might be something. That looks different than is that nitrate they put in that? The white clumps? I don't know. Maybe it's just a booger. It might be a chicken booger. But I did this. Doo 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 doo. I planted my peppers. Looks like they might need a little bit of water. But yeah, I planted my peppers. That was yesterday, I think. Maybe the day before. Nothing there. And again, the broccoli's like, it's stalled. And over here are mystery vegetables, either the cabbage or the broccoli. We've got the one that was popping up, I think it's not going to make it. So I might have to replant the cabbage. I might do it in this, but this other soil, this is soil that I just bought and mixed up. So, I don't know. I mean, like, this stuff popped out, like, within days. And it's been a minute since I planted these, and I haven't seen a thing. Except for that one little booger in the soil there. That might be something right there, too. I don't know. But we will see. I might be the failed gardener, and that's okay. It's alright. I just really would like to have some tomatoes that don't taste like cardboard. That would make me happy, if I could get a tomato that tasted like cherry tomatoes. Hey, Gwen. What's up, Gwen? With those feathery feet flying. Yeah, I was, in a couple videos ago, I was talking about Ozzy Two Toes, and I was talking about the little spikes on his feet. They were almost like little claws, but I think they're where the feathers come out. I think that's what they are. They're like little feather volcanoes. Well, pre-feather volcanoes. So I think that's what that is, because I was observing him last night, and he's getting some feathers on his feet, and I think it's funny. I can't wait until they really start popping out, because again, I've seen some pictures on the interwebs, and they look so hilarious when all their feathers start coming out on their legs. What, you gonna jump, bro? You gonna jump? Come on, man. What you got? Parabola. Vulture, crow, hybrid weirdness. Yeah. And Chip the Chunk, still quite the chunk. He's a rotund boy. Or girl. I don't know. I don't know what they are. Chip and Dale are still mystery chickens. Look at that mess. Goodness. You look a mess, Ozzy. Look at his legs. He just looks... You look like hell, bro. Oh, goodness. He needs a spa day. Man. The comb is in order. Alright, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope it's warmer where you are. I cannot wait for this weather to break. The trees are blooming. My neighbor's cherry tree is completely white. It's giving me a false sense of hope. And then I look at the forecast and it's like freezing, 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 snow, snow. I'm like, no! No! So yeah. It's every year. Every year about this time I get really anxious and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so over winter. I never want to live here again. This is horrible. And then by the time summer ends, I'm like, oh my god, this is so hot. I'm so ready for cooler weather. Bring on Santa Claus. So yeah, it's a thing. But all right, everyone. Have a great day.